Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and I cannot begin to express just how excited I am, man. Sneak peek number 2 is here. We're starting off on YouTube, and you just seen for yourself, man. CULL OBSIDIAN Black Dwarf is getting a brand new uniform, and I cannot lie, man. I love the design. It looks sleek. My boy slimmed down. Look like he gained, like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of muscle while he at it, and got himself a nice suit. Looks like he even got a better looking battle axe. So I'm hoping, man, I'm really hoping that they don't shaft him this time and he actually gets to shine, because I don't know if you've been around long enough to know, but when this guy came to the game, he was one of the hardest bosses to beat in World Boss. However, he was the worst member of the Black Order base kit, and when he got his Infinity War uniform, he still was like the worst one. Proxima was better, she had better DPS, Corvus had better survivability, obviously Thanos is the boss, so he got a better kit, and then Ebony Master has the leadership, the mind control, and everything, right? This guy was just down there, like the best he could do, right, is just like tank some hit and heal. Damage not top tier. At one point though, he was like meta for ABX, and that was pretty much it. That was short-lived, because ABX characters just get rotated in and out so quickly, and he's basically just been circling the drain ever since, only being better than Supergiant because Supergiant got even less love than him. So I say all that to say, man, Netmarble, please, I'm begging you, do your brother a favor, man. Do Beast a favor, man. Let the Beast shine, bro. Let CULL OBSIDIAN, Black Dwarf, whatever name you guys want to call him by, man, let the man shine. I'm hoping that they actually give this guy a massive top to bottom. Actually, you know what? We'll jump in game and I'll talk to you guys about his kit, because realistically, all they gotta do is tune up a few things and like ramp up his damage a little bit, and we in the money, because realistically, he has some really good things in his kit, right? So let's take a look at the sneak peek. By the way, I seen a tweet earlier today from vidIQ over on Twitter saying that these designs for the uniforms are like original creation from the Future Fight team. So that's actually pretty dope. Apparently this is not coming from any particular comic run, so that theory is out the window. It is what it is though. Doesn't have to come from a comic run, as long as it looks nice, which when it comes to aesthetics, they never ever, well actually, let me stop it, because that Rogue uniform still rubs me the wrong way. Age of Apocalypse Rogue, I don't know about you guys, but that uniform, they dropped the ball on that one. I'm not really feeling it still to this day. Years later, I still think that's an ugly uniform, but for the rest, everything else, spot on. A1, top quality, right? Even if they don't do like a top to bottom rework, buffing the character immensely in terms of visuals, they almost never disappoint. And I ain't gonna lie, man, CULL OBSIDIAN, even looking all like orange, right? It looks pretty badass, so I'm looking forward to playing with him. I'm hoping he doesn't have to be meta, but as long as he has some good damage, you know what I'm saying, better survivability and all that, we can use him in like World Boss Legend, I'll be happy, man. I'm definitely gonna get this man built up probably ahead of time, because to be honest, out of all the Black Order characters, he's the one that I've made like the least videos on. Him and Supergiant, for good reason. Supergiant didn't get anything for Infinity War, but like Proxima, I've been using Proxima ever since like I got her, right? She carried me through World Boss and got me to World Boss Legend because her damage was always so good. But CULL OBSIDIAN, man, like at one point I was telling people adamantly like, yo, don't build this guy because he's just so bad. That was before he had his uniform, right? And then even after he got his uniform, like Hulk got a Ragnarok uniform that was very similar to his, and it was just like kind of like, man, you'd rather build Hulk because Hulk is cheaper, right? And even now Hulk is like way better than this guy, so I'd like him to be like on Hulk level in terms of like survivability, and maybe have a little bit more damage. I don't know. Might rub some people the wrong way to hear me saying I want him to have more damage on Hulk, but I feel like Hulk still kind of got shafted in the damage department. But I say all that to say, man, let's jump into the rest of the sneak peeks, because your boy's excited if you can't tell by the fact that I'm speaking like a million words a minute. Love it, man, love it. All right, so right here it says sneak peek number 2, we got the typical greetings. When fighting against the Mad Titan's army, you may have to face this axe first. We hope you are prepared to battle this being with the toughest density and durability amongst these alien warriors. The appearance of a violent force. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to this bet. So hopefully the live stream is on Monday again, so we can check it out live together, because Usually I'm free on Mondays. Fridays a little bit different, you know, on the schedule and all, but we'll see what happens. Update should be coming next week, Wednesday, so I'm happy for that. All right, so who may be next? By the way, let me go back to that trailer because this is a 2 for, boys. Last one was actually a 2 for 2. Like in sneak peek number 1, there was a small glimpse of Proxima to the top right of Corvus Glaive, but you couldn't really make it out unless you're looking for it. And even if you're looking for it, it kind of feels like reaching. But after seeing this right here, let me pull it up for you. I really feel like, yeah, it's gonna be like a jigsaw puzzle, and every one of the sneak peeks that we get are basically gonna be linked together. So like right here, ooh, they give us a little flash. Hold on. Let me pull it back. Right here, see this? So that's CULL Obsidian, right? And then just below him, you can see the hoodie gang, who you know in the Black Order that rocks a hoodie. We already know Corvus is coming, but look at the head and look at the markings, bro. That's freaking Super Giant. So Super Giant is guaranteed to get a uniform and then possibly a World Boss Ultimate stage. That's dope. Unless they're just gonna completely like forego ever giving her a World Boss Ultimate stage. But like, this will be the perfect time to do it. So yeah, right here at like 6 seconds in, they give you a flash of CULL Obsidian, a little close-up, and we get to see our first glimpse of Super Giant's new uniform that's coming in. Again, all original uniforms, not from any comic run. I like the sleek design. Boys, it is absolutely amazing. Let's see what they have to say over here on Twitter though. All right, so funny enough, over here on Twitter, they actually had a lot more to say than they did on the forums. That's interesting. It's a good thing he came here. So it says, much like his brother, for those of you guys who are not aware, CULL Obsidian, aka Black Dwarf, he's brothers with Corvus Glaive. That's why the two of them together, they have a team up in game that says the Brothers Grimm, right? Because you meet a grim fate if these guys pull up on you. It's just game over. They're just gonna freaking dissect you, right? He's gonna beat you in the head with his club, and Corvus gonna just slice you up, bro. Slice and dice them. Anyways, this hardened fighter has decimated numerous planets for the taste of battle. Which foes do you think could contend with the strength of his bone-crushing axe in Marvel Future Fights V710 update? I'm hoping that he's at least strong enough to give Hulk a run for his money. That's for damn sure. I don't know about you guys, but these two big guys going together in PvP, that would be pretty awesome, because I think he has what it takes to possibly be a contender in PvP if they wanted him to be. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about that. So the reason why I say he could be a contender for PvP is because Blind Rage actually heals him for 3% of his max HP for 5 seconds, and then it has a 5-second cooldown. But as you can see right there, it also gives him 30% all attack and all defense, plus some extra crit rate and some speed, which actually is pretty cool. The rest of his kit, however, the accumulation is nice, but it's very low. For example, it only gives him 4% of the damage taken, whereas if you take a look at somebody like Sharon Rogers now, she has the best accumulation in the game. Her and like Luke Cage, you can see hers give her 15% of the damage taken, whereas CULL only gets, even though he's a tier 2 native, he only gets 4%. So if they buff this to make it so that he's accumulating the same amount as like Sharon Rogers, we could be in for some really good stuff from this guy. Let me see, where's my Luke Cage? Where's my Luke? There we go. Where my boy Luke at? They like to put it on the 3rd skill if you don't notice, right? As you can see, Luke has the exact same one as Sharon Rogers, and Luke's can stay up the whole time. It's 10-second duration, 15-second cooldown. So 7.5 seconds you could pop this. So if they could make it so that my boy CULL Obsidian could actually keep his accumulation up the same as like Luke Cage and bump it up to 15%, we could see some fantastic stuff from this guy. Because I'm not sure if you guys know, right? At least for me right now, with a CTP of energy on my Luke Cage, he actually puts in really good damage when he's able to accumulate. Like, I wouldn't say it's Sharon Rogers level, because here's the thing with accumulation. You have to have a skill that just hits really hard to begin with, and then once you accumulate and then you freaking like retaliate, yeah, that's when you see big damage. So they need to give my boy CULL Obsidian or Black Dwarf, whatever they want to call him, right, that 15% drip, and then change this, right? Maybe change it to I would say damage dealt. because that's the best kind, right? Damage dealt is the best kind, but damage taken for a character that can heal himself is never that bad, right? As long as they give him a really strong skill. They gotta change this though. Like, defense down that doesn't apply in World Boss, that's kind of lame, and that's kind of why he never went nowhere, right? Because even though he had the accumulation, it was very low. The healing was good, so he would stay alive. Also, another really good thing that would make him a contender for PvP is the fact that he has immunity to guard break as a passive, right? Meaning you don't have to give him a custom gear or an obelisk with immunity to guard break. You could just, like, as long as he gets like super armor, then he would have both, which is absolutely amazing. As you can see right here, he gets 15% damage reduction. So if they want to bump that up to, like, I don't know, 20-30%, that would be nice. And then maybe change this from just physical defense to all defense. I kind of get why they made it physical defense, because hard outer exterior physical attacks are weaker against him. I get it. Even his leadership, as you can see, very similar to like Luke Cage. So I think he's set up quite nicely to be a force in PvP. And I think if nothing else, if this uniform buffs him ever so slightly, he could be a force to be reckoned with in Alliance Conquest. Because one thing, in case you guys don't know, like, this guy right here is one of the hardest characters to kill in Alliance Conquest if you give him a CTP of regeneration. Like, I have the most trouble. Like, I have little, I wouldn't say no struggles, but I have little to, I guess, I don't want to like shit on Sentry, but like, I can kill a Sentry very easily. I can kill a Silver Surfer very easily, right? I can kill a Dormammu or Mephisto very easily. Like, a Luke Cage that's built properly, he gives me a hard freaking time. So just the fact that CULL Obsidian could become another Luke Cage, that's scary and exciting at the exact same time, right? Especially if he like doesn't get a tier 3 and he gets an awakened skill, because as we know, with an awakened skill in game modes like Conquest, that's really good, because you don't have to build up to the awakened skill. You just get to pop it, right? So that's one thing that makes awakened skills better than tier 3s. Sure, you don't get the fat stat buff of getting your tier 3, like you get a decent stat buff for being transcendent, but the awakened skill is such a cheese, man. So I don't know, like, I feel like this guy has the potential to do well if they want him to do well. And I'm hoping they do want him to do well, because I want to finally be able to play with this guy. I do like this mechanic that he has, but I think he could go like this thing where he teleports all over the place and it looks like there's multiple culls attacking, right? By the way, in case you guys don't have this uniform, this is one of the coolest effects, because like, look, it changes his 1 and his 2. Right, when you pop the 3, he can now like teleport over the map and stuff, and you can like spam it continuously, right, until the cooldown on the skill, on the 3rd skill runs out, or whatever duration of the 3rd skill runs out. I think this guy has potential to do great. I really do, and I would like to see them cash in on that, because I would be happy to take another uniform for him to Mythic, even though he's a tier 2 native and it's gonna cost me so much gold. And as you can see, I don't have that much right now, because considering we're gonna have to build like 5 tier 2 natives, and I currently have them all sitting at level 60, that's gonna be super expensive. And we know for sure like he's getting something, we know for sure he's getting something, and we've seen her, like, you could zoom in. Can we see under that? We can see a little bit. Like, if you look on the top, for me it's my right hand, so I guess for you would be right, the top right over her eye, you can see the lines on her forehead, right? That's exactly what we saw in the little video that we just watched. So it's definitely super giant. It's not Corvus. Obviously, you can look, his head is a little different. And why would they put him in the same sneak peek as his brother? Well, they did mention that him and CULL are brothers, so I guess it's not too far-fetched that they would put him in there, but I honestly think it's super giant. So far, we have 3 new uniforms confirmed. We have 3 more sneak peeks to go, presumably. So more than likely, we're gonna see Proxima, and then maybe get a glimpse of Ebony, and then Thanos. They gotta give Thanos something, and hopefully whatever they give him is just PvE oriented, because I would like this one to still hold value, because it's still one of my favorite looking uniforms in the game. I really like the effect where when you turn him around like this, you just see the glow of the rings. Or It's not rings, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The Infinity Stones one. Yeah, anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am very, very much so excited to actually finally play with this guy and possibly make some good content on him, because if you go on YouTube and you search CULL OBSIDIAN for Marvel Future Fight, there's not that much good stuff out there for him because he's just never really been that good. So it would be nice if that time could finally come for the big guy, you know? He's the muscle, but he's never really felt like the muscle. So I'll catch you guys, man. Be safe. Peace out.